Hello everyone, my name is Francesco Cipollone. I'm the CEO, co-founder of Phoenix Security. Today I want to come here to talk a little bit about the interesting age we will live in, full of self-replicating worm on NPM, and supply chain have been quite in the spotlight since September. If you haven't catched the previous article we wrote about Shai-Hulud, there is a whole section dedicated to the previous one, but I don't want to go through the attack that we had all the way back to September. There is the various stages here in this article, but I want to focus on the newer version. So the newer version of Shai-Hulud with more than 400, 500 different new NPM compromised packages with as well high profile organization being affected has been in the news today. We are at 608 packages, somebody claims 611. Definitely a lot of package together with this multi-stage campaign that have been affecting NPM. Now, I don't want to go into detail on the behavior, but fundamentally is a self-replicating worm that publish with a GitHub action or with different other methods, we're going to see it later on container, the credentials externally and persist. So self-replicate, compromise account, and move forward to publish new package. And this is maybe the neat thing of this attack. It persist and continue propagating itself. Now the new wave is slightly different. It uses a Preinstall lifecycle script, not a post install, similar to the like the previous one. It drop a new payload file on setup.bin.js and ban.environment. It's fairly new, so I'm reading some of the notes I've taken through today as things have changed quite quickly. This variant has a way bigger ecosystem. So with attack on specifically, target attack on specific organization like Zapier, NS Domain, Postman, PostHog, the exploitation level is quite wide and target different packages. Now, together with this, of course, you have the full-blown attack. So how can you defend yourself? Well, first of all, the best advice that I can give is pinning the dependencies with either the minor version pinning or the major version pinning instead of just saying any version or having just a random version or nothing. So pinning the dependency is definitely the way to go. We have updated our Phoenix scanner for multi-file GitHub files so you can see basically which package are affected, and you can upload as well if you want the result in Phoenix. Now the article will cover all of the detail of the payload, the AOCs, but specifically I want to cover the spread of attacks that have been going around and the repository being compromised with the credential being exposed 26K, 21K, with different accounts being compromised. Of course, in the mix there will be detection and testing, but we've seen basically anything Sha1Hulud, the second coming. And this is probably, I suspect, not going to be the last version that we're going to see around. Aside from the very long list of dependency, the article goes through the timeline and the timeline of execution with the various stages from September to today. And as well, we have a nice diagram that explains how the various stages affect and how they evolved over time. We have, of course, published in Phoenix Security the advisory, so you can see when a specific vulnerability is affected by a campaign, and you can download automatically the campaigns with a description of the campaign, several details of impact, and of course all of the findings that comes from the scanner. And you can find the two campaigns here available for you to download. Now, the best way, as I said, is pin your dependency, protect your supply chain, review your GitHub from specific exfiltration or strings. The article goes in depth on the various strings, and check as well privilege escalation on container, and stay safe out there. This is probably not the last that we're going to see Shai-Hulud. There seems to be a pattern where when the defense are weak, like the holidays, attacker like this tend to hammer organizations. So stay safe out there, pin your dependency again, and monitor your log of GitHub actions. This is Francesco Cipollone from Phoenix Security Research Team. Stay safe. Goodbye.